Welcome to Beautifully Authentic, even when shit happens. I am your host, Cindy Pakalak, and I am so glad you're here. So let's kick off our first episode with a discussion about what I'm about, what we're going to be doing here, what I stand for, and why you're here and you should stick around. So, my name is Cindy. I've lived a life like many of you that has not been perfect nor easy. I have bumped up against humans with attitude, difficulties, struggles, and so I, too, had difficulties, struggles, and issues arise in my life. And then if you go and add medical illness, the loss of someone you love, the breakdown of a relationship, well, we all know what that looks like. Whether it's happened to you or someone you care about, you know what I'm talking about. So I created an account some time ago, and I called it Beautifully Authentic, even when shit happens. Some of my social media, my websites, things are Beautifully Authentic Living. And I am all about living a beautiful life. When obstacles come along, how do we navigate quickly, sort easily, so that we can allow our body to be the best it can be? Because shit just happens. You can't deny it. I mean, you know what? If you have a beautiful life and nothing's happened, boy, that is a beautiful thing. And I am so glad for you. However, if you've ever experienced a child with severe illness or losing someone you love dearly, or even a relationship breakdown that you never expected. There are so many reasons why we can get rocked while we're here on the planet. And that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about how do you still manage to live well even though this stuff happens. You are not alone on this planet. We're never going to be alone. In fact, I wholly believe that we were created or are here for connection. I think that is the reason we are human. I think that we're actually supposed to figure out how to navigate each other, form relationships, create good memories, leave behind good life lessons, and just keep passing it all on down the line. That's what I believe we're here for. And in doing that being the reason we're here, that means that we're going to bump into people who are stressed, sad, angry, happy, lovely, wonderful, all of the things. We are not alone. So we have to know how to navigate. We got to navigate others. We got to take care of us. And we got to take care of the body we have, the only body, the only vessel we have while we're here in doing so. So that's the long and the short about kind of the gist of what my account's about. But we're going to talk about everything. We're going to talk about health. We're going to talk about relationships. We're going to talk about making money. We're going to talk about pride and ego. We're going to talk about events that come up that are difficult, that are on the table. We're going to talk about all kinds of things. And I want you to stick around because I want you to navigate beautifully those things that might trip you up, those things that might cause inflammation, illness, and stress in your body. I want you to navigate well. I want you to have the tools you need, and I can provide some of them, the ones that have worked for me. So here's a little history on me. I grew up in a blended family, so I have that experience. Siblings, I am the oldest, I am the oldest and only child of my two biological parents, each of which both remarried, and I have siblings from both of the remarriages, if you will. And so we are, I have 4 siblings. And so I know what blended living looks like, and I know how to navigate that so that you can have the best outcome, so that you and your children and your blended life can look as best as it can. Because I like to share a little insight on what worked for me. I'm also going to tell you that I, too, am a blended parent. I adopted my husband's daughter. She is my first child and oldest. And I navigated that. And that was a difficult situation. That wasn't an easy situation either. So I have both been a child under blended raising, and I have raised a blended family. That, and I have had 2 children, biological children, where I had difficult pregnancies and deliveries, and also severe health difficulties with my babes. And we're still here. We're good, but it was a hard, rough road with both of them. One had anaphylaxis and her throat swelled shut, and even her skin would erode and bleed just from being touched by dairy protein. It was crazy. I'd never seen anything like it back then. However, allergies are everywhere now. But if she walked into a Starbucks, her throat would swell shut. So for those of you that go wow about allergies, hey, I've seen it. I've almost lost her many, many, many times. Her throat swells shut and it's game over. We are ambulance ride seconds away from her not being on the planet. So that, in addition to that, my youngest was a heart surgery baby, and he wouldn't be with me past the age of 2 had he not had major heart surgery. So experience with raising kids and what that can look like when you navigate serious health struggles, surgeries, and things like that. And of course, my hubby and I in marriage and navigating all the stresses that I've told you about already. And then I got diagnosed with Crohn's disease and later had a couple of small strokes. And he's had 2 heart surgeries in his life, one which was not that long ago. So anyway, long and the short of it is, I don't just sit here saying the what's what. I want you to know that I have been in the trenches. And I guess I should tell you, in addition to that, that I've navigated a couple of real gnarly narcissists. So when I say beautifully authentic living, even when shit happens, it's because I know a little about what I'm talking about. And I'm going to take this second too to tell you, if you have not checked out my store, I am a digital creator. I have accounts in social media, Instagram and Facebook, and a small account on YouTube. And if you want to have a look at my store, please do, where I sell a course that I created called Manifesting Beautiful Authentic Living and Wealth. It is a course with me that you can take at home in the comfort of your own home privately, or share it with your partner or loved one or friend or whatever. You can do it together at home. But I sell that because I want everybody to have the tools they need to navigate the hard shit like I had to. I'm telling you, there's many times that I didn't know how the hell I was going to see the light of the next day. That's just the truth. And I created a course because I don't want people to go through that in life without having something, without having some tools, without having a resource, without having something. So you can check that out, and that's available to you. Anyway, beautifully authentic when shit happens is what we're going to talk about. And in the future, I will also have podcast guests who will talk this topic with us. I know some beautiful humans who have been through some horrific stuff. And man, I greatly admire them for the life that they are navigating now, even though they have every right to have wanted to say, I am done. But you know what? They didn't quit. And they too have gathered some tools to get through some stuff that some of you probably can't even imagine. I couldn't even imagine some of these when they told me. I think my mouth probably fell to the floor, and I thought about them for days and weeks after they shared their story, because there are so many amazing humans on the planet that could have said, I'm done. But somehow, some way, they just kept going, one foot in front of the other. There are so many of us. And you know, we can use that good news. We can use that wisdom. We can help each other. That is what I'm about. I am not interested if you're negative and you got, you can scorn me and comment on my social media and be all the negative Willie that you want, but I'm not going to pay attention to you if that's what you do. I am here to help people who know they want to get the most out of this life that they have. It doesn't last long, especially when you're having fun. And it's a hell of a lot better to have fun than to realize your time is up and to go, oh no, what did I do? I didn't do the things I wanted to do. My kids, my partner, my friends, they don't know the real me. I wish I did this. I wish I did that. I don't want anybody feeling that way when the clock strikes midnight. So I am here, and I will be here to share with you the good news and the tools, and we'll discuss in so many ways that you can create the beautiful life you desire, even during the difficult times, even when you don't feel good. I've been there, honey. I have been in bed with music in my ears and a pencil on my lap, and I'm barely capable of lifting my head and hand, or maybe not even, so I've been using my voice recorder. And I've just been barely trying to give myself something in a day so that the next day I was still here. Life can be hard, man. Let's just be honest. So if you're there or you know someone who's been there, I think you'll find that you're going to like what we do here. I think you're going to enjoy our time together, and I think you're going to enjoy the guests that I will be having in the future here. And today, I'm going to leave you with this. This is just a quick first hello and what I'm about. But I'm going to challenge you. What part of you resists the word beautiful? Is it internal? Is it external? When you hear the word beautiful, or when you say it to yourself, is there resistance? I want to challenge you to use that word. I want to challenge you to say beautiful. I want to challenge you to say, I am beautiful. I want to challenge you to get up every morning, look in the mirror, go about your routine, brushing your teeth, washing your face, doing what you do. And I want you to say, I am beautiful. And if it's difficult for you, don't you dare quit. You keep going. Every morning, every night before bed, I want you to say that. Because the resistance is the sign, the cringe, the I'm not comfortable with that, is the sign that there's some work to be done, that you're not existing in your fullness if this is difficult for you. So you're going to say, I am beautiful, until you're comfortable with it. And this is not a negative thing. Don't let your head chatter get away with you. We'll talk about this. I teach on this and we'll talk about it. But I'm just going to say this short, just because I don't want you to go there in this very first time we have together. I don't want you to check out. I don't want you to go down the negative Nelly lane in your brain. I don't want you to go down the judgment lane in your brain, self-talk. I want you to push past all of it. And I want you, if you can't say the word I am beautiful and you're really, really struggling, then you're going to start with saying one thing that is beautiful, external to you. I don't care if it's my roses are beautiful. I don't care if it's my coffee cup, my wine glass is beautiful. You start with one thing. If you can't go to I am beautiful each day for yourself, to yourself, then you're going to go, that rose in the backyard that I look at every morning, that's beautiful. that cloud in the sky, that's beautiful. If you can't do you first, if you can't tell that to yourself and it's very uncomfortable and you can't push past, push through, then I want you to start with something external. But I want you to work up to you. I want you to work up to being able to say, I am beautiful. And then point to yourself in the mirror. You are beautiful. I want you to be able to do that. We're going to work on that. It doesn't have to happen immediately. It doesn't have to happen overnight. It can take a while. We'll be walking through all kinds of things here to integrate this into your life so that you feel empowered, beautiful, capable, strong, resilient, all of these things. And we're going to make plans. So when life happens to you, we're going to have plans in place for you to succeed so that you don't have to try to sort what's what, who you are and what your goals are when things go awry. Okay? That's what we're doing here. We're going to plan together, we're going to plan forward, and we're going to figure this out together. So stay tuned. That's what we're doing here. And I am so glad you stuck with me. Please go have a look at my social media and like and follow, and you'll see some funny things and some things that I enjoy. I enjoy music and beautiful things, and I take pictures of this and post this and that and little reminders and stuff. But keep listening. We're going to talk regular day-to-day stuff and how you're going to succeed at living a beautiful, resilient life even when shit happens. Thank you so much for joining me. I am Cindy Pakalak. This is Beautifully Authentic, even when shit happens. Stay tuned for the next episode. Thanks, friends.